when you were standing on the sidelines, did you see that Tyree caught the ball with his helmet, or did you have to see it up on the screen that night?
No, I saw it. I thought I saw it. But what was more difficult for me, and what really presented the bigger anxiety before the ball even got thrown, was 3 Patriot players are on Eli, just like you know what. I mean, they penetrate. They're on him. And I'm looking first at him to see, he's wiggling. Then I look at Mike Terry. Mike, don't blow this dead. Don't blow this dead, Mm-hmm. And so out of that, somehow, Eli wiggles forward and fires the ball down the field like a javelin, a long throw. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, don't overthrow this, Eli, because it'll be intercepted. But David Tyree, 6 foot, 195 pounds. Rodney Harrison, 6'2", about, 215. They go up in the air, and David Tyree makes a great catch with 2 hands. As soon as that happens, Rodney Harrison strips one hand away, and David Tyree has the presence of mind to pin the ball to the side of his helmet. So the next question is, can he possibly hang on? He goes to the ground, and then the thing that I tell people about all the time is, if you and I are playing in the backyard and somebody goes across the back of my knees, the ball is coming out. You're going to try to defend and protect your knees more than you are the football. David Tyree gets Rodney Harrison across the back of his knees and still hangs on to the ball, secures it again with 2 hands and pulls it in. And again, Rodney's swiping away at the ball, and he's able to hang on to the ball. So it is, Rich, the greatest catch in the history of the Super Bowl.
Tom Coughlin here on the Rich Eisen Show, 2-time Super Bowl champion right here. A giant win inside the New York Giants' historic upset over the Patriots in Super Bowl 42, available now where you get your books. What was your was it just a brief chat? Did you ever talk to Belichick about this ever since?
No.
Nothing.
No, but people forget, you might not because you watch these things. But, when we held them, there was, 38 seconds left. They threw 2 rockets. Brady threw 2 rockets down the field. The first one was close, defended. The second one was just defended. So there's a few seconds left, and we got to go out and kneel down, Across the field comes Bill Belichick. He comes about 5 yards from my sideline. I go out from the sideline. We hug. He says some very gracious things for a guy in that situation who, had just fought everything he had to try to get the undefeated season for history and for his Patriot team. But then turned and left, and he was criticized for that. The game wasn't over. But that's how the thing ended, was Bill walking back, and he went directly to the locker room.
Well, but you guys are from the Parcells staffs, right? From back in the day.
Yes, we are.
What do you got for me on? What do you got for me on Parcells? What's your? You got a favorite Bill Parcells story, Tom Coughlin, that you can?
I don't have. I mean, Parcells was Parcells. He's very, very direct. There was never any wasted time, no wasted verbiage. You knew exactly what was expected of you, and he was, he was a great guy to work for because he was so direct. And of course, we had a heck of a football team in '90 when we won that Super Bowl over the Buffalo Bills. But the experience for me was a great one in that with Wellington Mara, with George Young, with Bill Parcells, with continuity, with the way they built their franchise and the way that they stuck with their franchise and their people. You remember in '88 we were 10-6, got knocked out of the playoffs by the Jets, and Mr. Mara came in the next day and shook hands with everybody and thanked them for their contributions. And later we're in the obviously in the playoffs in '89. We win it in '90. Mr. Mara does not have to come in and shake our hand. It's there for us. So the experience with Bill Parcells was a great one for me. A one of learning about winning. But there were great coaches on that staff. I mean, Belichick did a tremendous job. The historical story about his game against our defensive game against Buffalo, our defensive game against the 49ers. If we don't beat them, they win 3 in a row. That kind of stuff was just terrific.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.